Have you ever questioned why your legs feel increasingly weak, despite consuming what you believe to be nutritious food, such as staying physically active and making every effort to lead a healthy lifestyle? Why do tasks such as rising from a chair or ascending a flight of stairs seem more difficult now than they did only a few years ago? While it is tempting to attribute these changes solely to aging, have you considered that something in your daily diet, something widely perceived as wholesome, may be a gradual and silent contributor to muscle loss, joint discomfort, and declining balance? A significant number of older adults unknowingly make a crucial dietary error. They consume certain tiny fruits believing them to be advantageous, when in reality these choices may be quietly undermining their leg strength, mobility, and autonomy. Fruits that once served you well in youth might, as you age, begin to have adverse effects on your body. Let us explore 7 fruits which, particularly for seniors, may gradually weaken leg muscles, exacerbate joint issues, and erode the stability upon which you depend for your independence. 1. Pineapple, the acidic assailant. You may select pineapple, expecting to make a health-conscious decision, perhaps influenced by its reputation for alleviating inflammation, thanks to the enzyme bromelain. However, for those over 60, pineapple may not provide the healing properties often claimed. Indeed, it could be discreetly compromising the foundation of your independence, your legs. Aging brings about more fragile blood vessels, heightened joint sensitivity, and a slower metabolism. Pineapple, with its substantial natural acid and sugar content, becomes a hidden risk. Although its taste is refreshing, it can significantly impact your circulation. A sudden rise in blood sugar can damage the finest capillaries in your legs, depriving muscles of oxygen and resulting in fatigue and weakness. Furthermore, the fruit's acidity may irritate joints already afflicted by conditions such as arthritis. If you experience unexplained knee stiffness or a burning sensation in your ankles, pineapple could be responsible. For those on blood thinners or heart medications, bromelain can cause potentially hazardous interactions affecting medication efficacy. The insidious nature of these effects means you will not perceive the harm immediately, but sustained consumption over time may result in poorer balance, increased swelling, and everyday activities such as walking short distances becoming more demanding. 2. Bananas, the sweet trap. Bananas have enjoyed an enduring status as a health food, convenient, potassium-rich, and lauded for supporting muscle function. For decades, it has been thought they help prevent cramping and provide fuel for the body. However, the aging body does not always benefit in the same way. Bananas, in fact, may be among the most deceptive threats to your leg strength. Bananas consist of high levels of natural sugars and quickly digestible carbohydrates. When consumed, they cause blood sugar to surge, briefly providing energy, but then prompting an insulin spike. For elderly individuals, particularly those with slower metabolisms or susceptibility to diabetes, this process perpetuates cycles of inflammation and fatigue. Over time, insulin sensitivity decreases, potentially resulting in persistent heavy legs, stiffness, and post-meal swelling. Additionally, bananas can encourage fluid retention. If you notice puffiness in your feet or tight ankles after sitting, the fruit may be to blame. This subtle accumulation of fluid places additional stress on the joints, making mobility more challenging. For those with cardiac concerns, the combined effect of increased potassium and retained fluid can prove risky, quietly worsening circulation and joint discomfort. 3. Grapes, the inflammatory catalyst. Grapes often seem benign, small, sweet, and replete with antioxidants that are promoted as beneficial to heart health, and nevertheless, older adults may find grapes considerably more detrimental, particularly for their legs and mobility. Their main issue lies with high fructose content, which is metabolized primarily by the liver. In excess, this fructose quickly converts to fat and uric acid, which accumulates in the joint, especially those in the knees, ankles, and toes. This buildup triggers inflammation, stiffness, and potentially gout-like pain. If you suffer from nocturnal burning sensations in the big toe, aching calves after walking briefly, or persistent swelling, grapes could be a hidden trigger. Given how easy it is to overconsume them, one handful quickly becomes several. One can easily ingest more sugar than from typical desserts, feeding systemic inflammation that manifests as fatigue and diminished strength, particularly in the legs. 4. Watermelon, the misleading hydrator. Watermelon is often associated with pleasant, hydrating experiences and nostalgia, providing a sweet and refreshing treat perceived as harmless. For older adults, however, watermelon's high glycemic index and sugar content render it far from the healthy option it appears to be. The fruit causes a sharp increase in blood sugar, which is swiftly followed by an energy drop, leaving the body fatigued and inflamed. For seniors with slower digestive responses or marginal insulin resistance, such fluctuations fuel widespread inflammation, particularly in the lower body, where circulation has already begun to decline with age. The result is subtle yet damaging: increased stiffness, swelling, and heaviness in the legs, mistakenly attributed to hydration, yet actually undermining strength and palailintis. 5. Oranges, the acidic deceiver. Oranges have long been regarded as a symbol of health, consumed regularly as juice or fresh fruit, considered core to many traditional breakfasts. Renowned for their vitamin C content and immunity benefits, oranges seem beyond reproach. Yet, for the elderly, their acidity can aggravate joint discomfort and mobility concerns. The natural citric acid within oranges can be particularly harsh on aging connective tissue and inflamed cartilage, increasing stiffness and pain that are frequently assumed to be mere symptoms of aging. Furthermore, their sugar content may result in blood sugar spikes, particularly when consumed alone or as juice, making for a combination that exacerbates inflammation and impairs comfort and stability. 6. Green apples, the tart agitator. Frequently favored for their crispness, tartness, and lower sugar compared to red apples, green apples are often viewed as a healthier option for seniors seeking to moderate their sugar intake. However, the malic acid, which accounts for their sharp taste, may be too harsh for older digestive systems and can irritate, weaken joint tissue. As individuals age, their gastrointestinal lining becomes more sensitive, their joints more susceptible to irritation, and their ability to counteract acids diminishes. Even moderate consumption of green apples, particularly on an empty stomach, can incite blood sugar variations, leg inflammation, and contribute to nocturnal cramps and morning stiffness. 7. Mango, the sugar bomb. Mangoes, beloved for their luscious sweetness and soft texture, are seen as a wholesome indulgence, particularly during warmer months. Nonetheless, they may pose considerable risks to the health of older adults. Boasting exceptionally high natural sugar content, mangoes can provoke sharp blood glucose spikes, followed by energy crashes that not only exhaust but also kindle inflammation, particularly in muscles and joints that already struggle with compromised circulation. For those with nerve issues or pre-diabetic tendencies, mango sugar can further aggravate neuropathy, resulting in tingling, numbness, and delayed healing. Because of mango's unassuming appearance as a natural food, many fail to exercise moderate caution, leading to overconsumption and gradual incremental erosion of leg strength and joint health. What to eat instead? Understanding the hidden dangers lurking in some fruits may prompt the question, what should seniors consume instead? Hope remains, since not all fruits are detrimental. Indeed, some can actively aid in maintaining or restoring strength, soothing inflammation, and supporting mobility. The most effective approach for seniors is to favor fruits that are low in sugar, gentle on circulation, and rich in anti-inflammatory compounds. Berries, including blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, are excellent in this regard. These fruits are abundant in antioxidants that counteract inflammation and promote healthy circulation, especially where blood flow has declined with age, and they help stabilize blood sugar, avoiding the spikes and sheer exhaustion more sugary fruits may cause. Cherries, in moderation, are also beneficial, as they reduce uric acid levels and can alleviate joint pain and gout. Avocado, though sometimes overlooked as a fruit, is packed with healthy fat to dampen inflammation and sustain stable energy, cushioning the joints from within. Papaya and pears, too, are considered safe, being mild, low in sugar, and supportive of digestion and long-lasting nourishment. Ultimately, fruit, selected with discernment, becomes an ally rather than an adversary in the quest for robust mobility, steadiness, and enduring energy. A personal reflection: if you have read this far, it is clear you are invested in your well-being. You seek not transient solutions or fleeting trends, but insight and practical knowledge that respects your own journey. This determination demonstrates a refusal to yield to physical decline. Indeed, the greatest threats to our vitality are often the small habits we overlook or foods we do not scrutinize, not through intention, but because we have never been fully informed. Armed with new understanding, you now possess the knowledge to make better choices. Every decision at the table carries weight. Each meal, each daily routine is an opportunity to strengthen or to undermine your health. Remember, you retain the capacity to influence your well-being, irrespective of age. Nourish your legs well, for they carry more than just your physical form. They bear your relationships, passions, and life's most meaningful pursuits. If life experience has taught anything, it is this: the body responds to what it is provided, perhaps not immediately, but always. Choose healing over harm, movement over inertia, and conscious awareness over habit. Above all, it is never too late to achieve greater strength and balance. You are invited to reflect and share which insight you found most valuable or intend to apply in your daily life. Collective support is vital on this journey toward better choices and true well-being. Your feedback is appreciated. If you found the information useful, please indicate so. If not, please feel free to share your thoughts. Thank you for your attention, and may you continue to live life according to your own values and desires.